Hello everyone, and once again, welcome to another one of my tutorial guides for Skullgirls. Today, we'll be doing Painwheel, who is a flying character, and in my opinion, one of the harder characters to learn in this game. As usual, I'll be going over her normals, her special moves, and utilizing her tools in order to open up your opponent to start a combo. And do some sort of mix-up. Hopefully reset, because combos aren't everything. At least they won't be when the patch comes out for Squiggly. Anyway, for starters, let's go over what I think is Painwheel's most useful attack. Her crouching light kick. This thing hits low. Has a ton of range. And it's very fast. Its only rival is Cerebella's crouching light kick, which, in my opinion, this one is far more scary. The normals aren't that impressive, but one thing you need to remember about Painwheel is that some of her attacks can be charged. Not that one, that one, yeah. These attacks can be charged. These are called Hatred Guard, which allows you to absorb an attack similar to armor that Cerebella uses, only Painwheel has it in her normal attacks. Her standing light punch will absorb one hit. Same with her crouching light punch, which, if you notice, they don't really have that much range. Well, they have decent range, but that whole charging thing, it could really catch your opponent off guard. Think of it how, if you've ever played Marvel vs. Capcom and you went against a Hulk online, well, basically that. Just do a couple of armor moves every time your opponent presses a button and punish them. And even for Painwheel's armor moves will work. Even the light punch, I caught my opponents off guard a lot with these. Standing light kick has far more range, but not enough as her crouching light kick. This thing is monstrous, but more than the light punch, of course. Light punch whiffs right there, light kick doesn't. Light kick still hits. Light kick whiffs right there, crouching light kick hits right there. That thing is terrible. Oh no, we got her launcher, which I think is safer to do a charge with her light punch or her heavy punch. Doing it with the launcher, well, I guess it's not that bad, because one thing to note is that you're going to be doing a lot of that. Keep that in mind. I'll be going over that a little bit later. More useful is her crouching medium punch. And contrary to popular belief, this thing does not actually hit low, if you haven't noticed yet. She's blocking it while standing. However, if you notice, due to the fact that it's a multi-hitting move, it's kind of difficult to push block. I believe you have to push block it on the... I think it does 4 hits. Yeah, you have to push block it on the last hit to actually have a real effect.
Just a moment.
Right. But yeah, it doesn't hit low, but it makes a perfect lockdown assist. Although, not the best, and it doesn't keep the armor property as an assist, but you know, a lockdown's a lockdown. Still, I would go for things like Cerebella's Seracopter or Thalia's Hairball. But anyway, her other normals really just aren't that impressive. Other than the fact that they have a charge property. Although, one thing to note, her standing high punch does a lot of hit stun. Enough for you to do that. great for combos. Sweep, that can be charged. Charge all the way allows you to combo off of the sweep, although not from that example. Yes. See, if you don't charge it, she just texts. When you charge it, there you go. Alright. So, let's see, jumping attacks. When we're jumping attacks, you know, light punch and light kick are really fast. Medium punch acts like a barrier for Painwheel. It puts that huge hitbox, a huge attack box right in front of her. That red block right there is an attack box where the attack actually exists, and if the opponent touches, can be hit. And if you notice, it's just a huge attack box. There are no green hitboxes, which is where Painwheel can be hit on it. Therefore, this kind of acts similar to Parasol. Umbrella Creed. Not Umbrella Creed. Not Creed. Sorry, I'm a little tired right now. But anyway, you know, her jumping high punch is the one that can be charged, though. The jumping medium kick. Before the patch for this game, this thing was awesome. It's still pretty good, but it's kind of nerfed a bit. But that doesn't mean it's not useful at all. So, but I'll be going over that later. This also a very good attack. A jumping high kick. Doesn't do a lot of hit stun. It just has a lot of mini hits. But because of that, whoops. What I meant to say was that it doesn't take that difficult timing for a throw. It's perfect for a low throw mix-up. Which, if you saw my Cerebella mix-up, my Cerebella tutorial, I mentioned how this game works as you can't tech a throw while crouching. You can only tech a throw while standing, but you can't block low while crouching. Therefore, you have to guess standing or crouching. Crouching to block that, standing to tech that. And most of you probably say, well, you can just jump. Doesn't work like that. If you try to jump, this is going to get you 95% of the time. Depends if your opponent's fast enough or not. But it's possible. Now, special moves. I might just go to the list because I really don't play as Painwheel that much. I tend to forget some stuff. Well, yeah, she got projectile. The light punch version. Push your opponent in a lockdown. Medium punch, shoot straight forward, and it can be charged for more. Same goes for the high punch version. This thing is quarter circle forward light kick, or quarter circle forward kick. It grabs your opponent and is a throw on hit, meaning that it can be blocked, but if it's not blocked, then it has all the properties of a throw. See, it can be blocked, but it has all the properties of a throw, except for not being able to tech it. Well, except for you can't tech it. Dang. Sorry, I'm really tired. But I figured I should get this out to y'all like I promised. I said one a week. At any rate, what makes this move great, any version, being the medium punch, or the, not medium punch, medium kick or high kick, which hits anti-air. Too bad she's blocking. Oh, I guess I'll show you. See, there. The great thing about those is that you can fly cancel them, which makes for some excellent combos. and I don't really play as Painwheel that much, so forgive me if my combos aren't that great, but here's an example. Yeah, that was terrible. I don't know how I jumped back like that. Oh well. I guess I can give a better example. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't see how people can do that. Let's try one more time. Oh, I almost did it. Okay. Hold up. Ah, bummer. Oh well. I give it a shot. There are other special moves, which, like I said, I might have to go to the list. I do not play as this character. Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot about this. I never used this move. But it's good for catching your opponent off guard for some mix-ups. And you can combo off of it. Yeah, with an anti-air. I can't believe that didn't work. Okay, there we go. Alright. So those are Painwheel's moves, and the Pinion Dash, of course, which I honestly do not see any use for this move at all. I mean, if you're a really good masher, you could probably get it to go fast enough to cover the full screen while your opponent's trying to zone you or something, or get some distance. Probably close in, backed up with an assist, but that's the only use I can actually think of it. I'm not even sure if I can get a combo into it, which will be a great use, but oh well. Because this Painwheel's only move that actually causes a wall bounce, which is brilliant, but you know, without getting a wall bounce. Oh well. So now, how is Painwheel supposed to get in to use these moves? Well, other than her projectiles, of course, which are meant to keep away. Actually, Painwheel's projectiles aren't really that good for keep away. They're pretty easy to deal with, especially if she just charges them all the time. Now, if she throws them, they're a bit better. But they're really meant for just annoying opponents and, you know, stopping them from trying to zone you out. Because Painwheel is really meant to stay up close. And how she does do this, you ask? By flying, of course. Painwheel is the only character in the game who is able to fly for I don't know how many seconds. Like I said, I don't play as this character. You can look it up. Go to wiki.shoryuken.com. Right. But unlike in Marvel, Painwheel doesn't have the ability to unfly. Meaning, when you fly, you're flying. You cannot block, and your only means of getting out of flight is doing an attack. One of your jumping attacks, special move, a grab, or a super. Which, I don't know why you do the super unless you know your opponent's not going to block it. But, anyway. One thing to note about the fly is that it's meant for pressure, not for runaway. You can somewhat go above if your opponent's jumping too. See, you go a bit higher, allowing you to somewhat avoid them if they try to jump up and punish you. But again, it's not meant for runaway. It's mostly meant for like rush down, which is why when you fly, when you move backward, you don't move that fast. Or when you move upward. You move your fastest when you move forward and downward. And one great thing is Painwheel keeps momentum from her fly. So when she flies forward, she continues to go forward a bit, even when she stops flying. Another thing to note is Painwheel can't unfly, but she can fly. She can reset her fly. If you do it on a jump, you can only fly twice before you have to hit the ground. So I jump, I fly, then I fly again, and then I hit the ground. If you do it from the ground, you fly again, and then you hit the ground. So on ground you have 3 flies. On jump you only have 2. I'm about to reach my 17-minute marker, so I'll save the whole getting in on your opponent for the next video, I guess. Yeah. Well. Because if you notice, I would say her walking makes her hitbox smaller, but not that significant. I mean, I've been able to hit Painwheels that are walking with standing attacks, which is